Ho ho, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Going to be casting a game today between Roxkiss Pomi and Sjow. Roxkiss Pomi being our yellow Protoss player over here and Sjow being the red Terran player. I did just want to let you know we are doing another regular cast today. The reason you guys haven't seen any strategy videos for me in the past 2 days is because I've been really busy with the holiday stuff, and making a commentary is much easier, much less time consuming than making a strategy video, than coming up with the video, finding the decent strategy that's worthwhile, and then producing everything for you guys. So that's why we haven't seen that in the past couple days, but don't worry, I promise you tomorrow there will be some regular straight up strategy videos released. So yeah, again, this is a game here in Metalopolis, Terran vs Protoss, and should be pretty exciting. Something to note about this particular map and about this particular matchup and these positions in relation to each other. These two players, the positions that they are, these tend to lead to early aggressive games because they are so very close when it comes to the ground distance. But another major reason we do see a lot of early aggression in these types of positions is because beyond this first natural expansion, it becomes very difficult to expand. You can see here this first natural, pretty comfortable to move down to here, pretty easy to pretty much shift your units down and defend that. But then beyond that point, it's a little difficult. Moving to this third base is really tough to do because you're so close to your opponent. It's very easy for them to be up in your face the entire time. Your other option is what, this high yield? Well, that's not very easy to defend. There's lots of major openings, and then all these back positions are very difficult to defend as well, simply because it's so far away from your base. Any sort of drops can really mess up your day. So let's get back into the action here, though. We are seeing Sjow put down that barracks at the front of his base. Pomi moving inside of his base, going to be well aware of what's going on. He's seeing nothing too unorthodox, though. Very standard stuff. First refinery just finished, and this barracks is just about finished as well, so we should be seeing an orbital command very, very shortly. There we go, canceling that SCV, coming out with that orbital command. So pretty standard opening thus far. First Marine in training as well for Sjow. Now let's hop on over to Pomi's base. We're seeing that Cybernetics core go down. That gateway did just finish. He's not coming out with a Zealot quite yet. Is he going to, though? Is he making that decision? First 100. There we go. So first Zealot is coming out. Also has this assimilator up. Going to be mining there. Should be seeing a second assimilator sometime soon as well. Now what's going on over here? We are seeing that first Marine push out for Sjow. Looks like he does want to do a little bit of early aggression, or at the very least try to be a nuisance, maybe to see if he can pick off a worker or two. We shall see what he does. Another Marine guarding the front door over there, factory coming down. Marine moving in, he's going to go probably be target firing. There we go. So trying to take out probes, trying to get those shields down. Going to be a little bit difficult, though, with this Zealot chasing him around. He's going to have to micro away, almost getting blocked off by those probes. Decides it's time to leave the base. I am not interested in being here anymore with this Zealot on my tail. Look at that. Imagine how terrified that guy is. Not too excited at all. Back in Show's base, we are seeing a tech lab go down on this first barracks. That factory is just about finished. Orbital command up, and another barracks coming down. No starport, obviously, because this factory is not finished. We shall see if he decides to get one right after the factory comes in. Now that the Cybernetics core is in, he's going to be able to get some stalkers out. Is that what's coming out? Yes, it is. Another gateway coming down as well. So far, 2 gateways. No robo as of yet. We shall see if he's going to go for 4-gate, 2-gate robo. And yeah, we'll see what his decision is very shortly. Back inside of Show's base, a Marauder coming out, concussive shells getting researched. That barracks is just about finished, so it's just sticking on 2 barracks so far and a factory. Coming out with that early game Hellion. Looks like he does plan on being aggressive somewhat early with this mix of units. Tends to lead for some good unit composition for early aggression. He can definitely do quite a number on his opponent. Now, probe moving down for Pomi. What is his intention, though? Not really sure. Going to get roasted by that Hellion. He's not going to survive this at all. Going to have to run back to his base, try to get within the safe distance of that stalker, but no, it doesn't happen. Hellion takes out that probe pretty much no problem. Pomi doing a good job of blocking his ramp. Now the sentry is out. He's also going to be able to use those force fields, and here comes that push. 2 Marauders, 3 Marines coming out, another Marauder en route, and reactor going down on this barracks as well. So looking to get some heavy Marines early on. That is his intention at the least. Stalker moving up, not quite aware of this push yet, but the Hellion's roasting the probe. He's going to be well aware of that now, and moving in, he's going to want to try to pick off that sentry. Is he going to be able to get within range? No. Force field goes down. Does he have enough for a second force field? Not quite yet. Going to be a little bit of time before he can afford that second force field. Coming out with another sentry, yes he is, so he will finally be able to force field and be fully protected from this. Also coming in with some additional Zealots. Zealots moving down, force field blocking off half of Show's units. The Zealots going to make quick work of everything on this side of the force field. Marauder fighting it out with the Stalker. Don't know if he's going to win though. Looks like he is losing that battle. Moving down, concussive shell coming into work, stopping those Zealots from catching up. And these 2 Marauders and Hero Marine are still alive, but the Stalker warp in is going to basically nullify the rest of this attack. Reinforcement troops coming, but not quite enough. counter push is very likely from Pomi right now. Is Sjow going to be ready for this? Coming down with that bunker, that's pretty much necessary. Also coming down with additional barracks, more units being trained up right now. The push is very, very close. Impending doom here for Sjow. Bunker, is not going to be up in time. He's got to target fire that SCV to stop it from being built. Not sure if he's going to be able to, though, with all this fire coming down from these Marines, Marauders, and Hellion. Still trying to target fire, but it is not working. Moving forward, that Zealot is very, very brave indeed. Bunker is finally up, so Sjow is going to want to be able to put some units in there, probably put the Marauder in there. That extra range really helps, and that bunker being built is pretty much what is pushing back this push from Pomi at the moment. Pomi taking full advantage of his opponent being distracted, coming down with this expansion right now. Still just running off of these 3 warp gates. A robotics facility going to be coming out, so we're going to be looking for some higher tech, maybe some Immortals, maybe some Colossus. We will see. And yeah, this bunker, that alone is pretty much what stopped this push from doing a lot more damage. So good job on Sjow for getting that bunker up. Unfortunately for Pomi, he wasn't able to target fire that SCV, but even if he did, Sjow would have just brought down another SCV to continue building. Starport coming down as well for Sjow, so he's looking to move up into that higher tech. It's going to be difficult to afford all of these buildings, though. He definitely can't do that off of one base. He's going to need an expansion, and there's no expansion being built as of yet. So all this aggression coming from Pomi, he's just trying to survive it early on, and Pomi's really going to start to take the lead now that this expansion is up. He's getting a real big economic advantage as soon as this gets saturated. 2 more simulators going down, so he's going to be able to afford a lot. He's definitely going to be able to afford the higher tech out of this robotics facility. Moving down with these Hellions, checking for the expansion, now fully aware that it is there. Sjow did see that expansion, so he knows what's going on. He knows he's behind at this point, and he's going to need to do one of 2 things. He needs to push out, be aggressive, and try to do some damage, or he needs to expand himself. If he lets this expansion sit up for much longer, he's going to just start to slowly fall more and more behind, and deciding it's time for an all-in, pulling about half of his SCVs off of the line. He is not fooling around. This is some serious business right now. He's just going for it. Does he have stim pack up? Yes, he does. Combat shield just about finished right now. So this is it. This is going to be the push to decide all pushes. Moving forward, going to want the SCVs to be mixed in there. It's going to distract some of the fire. Pushing forward, Guardian shield going down. The Marines stimmed up. Going to be making quick work of these gateway units. Probes trying to move up, but those Marines do quite a number. The Zealots getting pretty much nullified exactly as well because of that stim pack. And I cannot believe it, but this push has been successful thus far. Does he have the cooldowns off? He's going to be able to warp in a couple more units, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Pushing inside of Pomi's base, and he GG's. That was unbelievable. I just picked a short game off of my list of replays. I did not expect that. So Sjow was behind. His early push failed. He was pushed back. He was put in a tough position. Pomi did a great job of getting up this expansion. He was about to take a huge lead. Sjow decides it's time for an SCV all-in with stim pack, combat shield, concussive shell. This mix of Marine Marauders coupled with this medevac and these Hellions made quick work of all of Pomi's units, and that was that. End of the game. So goes to show you those all-ins can be very effective even if you are behind. So once again, guys, this has been Force from Force Strategy Gaming. Hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Do expect some strategy videos from me tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys, and as always, keep watching and keep owning. With all those missile turrets, it's going to be really hard for these Mutalisks to break that, but again, this is the power of the Mutalist. He's just going to continue to fly around to pick off these buildings. He really wants to concentrate on this production building, so if he can take out the starports, take out the barracks, he's going to be in a good spot. And you can see Theognis forced to rebuild so many barracks over here because he's lost many of what was in his base. These Marines are going to do a pretty good job of pushing back those Mutalisks, though.